Before I start, I just wanted to mention that since we started a little late, may not have too much time to do questions. So please write down your questions and send them to us, and we'll try and answer them instead of waiting for you to ask them from the floor. We do want to answer a lot of questions, and we do want to answer questions because I think people will want clarification. So just do that. It was fun being here. It's always fun to meet folks you haven't met for a long time. I think what was really interesting, and I'll be repeating what Sant said, that, you know, a lot of people wanted us to fix the ecosystem around the projects we are doing, not really take on any major new projects. There were some, but really it was use PanIIT as an organization to make things work more efficiently, better, smoothly, to get things going. Set up some standards that will help people do things better, different, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll just summarize, and I'm combining some of the ideas from various streams because there was an overlap. The first thing people said was that we don't blow our horn enough. We do a lot of good work on research, we do a lot of good work in the IITs, but number one, we don't tell people around about the good work. And number two, one IIT really doesn't know what the other one is doing in any detail, especially when they want to collaborate. So the suggestion, and I'm not sure that's the right answer, but the suggestion that came up was have someone who looks after quote-unquote marketing, publicity, whatever word you want to use, at each IIT and have them cooperate with each other also, so that the IITs share information and the world gets to know in a nice packaged, encapsulated way exactly what we are doing. Part of the job that was recommended for them was also that they give stories about entrepreneurs, stories about success stories that will actually motivate students and motivate other alumni to be able to go out and do things. And I think that was one suggestion, and I will, we will at the executive at PanIIT try and take this up with the different institutes and see how we can implement this. I think the second point that came out, and Ashank, that was the sixth point that he sort of forgot, was empowerment. Empowerment for women, empowerment for minorities. It was strange. The feedback we got was that women felt they were discriminated against, both in the institute as well as by the alumni. And, I've never felt I've done it, but I think subconsciously we are doing it. And they also felt that we should take the lead at the IITs to set up policies for affirmative action. And that's something I think we should look at. I think the third thing that came up was a lot of good work is being done by a lot of people, a lot of sweat is going into NGOs to try and improve the lot of people in the semi-urban and rural areas. We need to set up some best practices for them. Everyone is struggling. They don't have a set of what you call processes or practices that help them do their work more efficiently. They'd end up spending a lot of time in their back office. And so if the PanIIT Association can actually work with the IITs to set up some kind of, I use the word best practices a little loosely, but that would be one of the things that came up. Another point that came up was on technical education, saying that the IITs do have a role to play and that they have a responsibility in that area. I'm sure many of you know that IITs have developed a phenomenal database of content in terms of education. While they say they'll give it free, and there are a number of experiments in having this available to people, one of the things that came up was they need help to distribute this. And I don't know the answer, but I'm sure we have enough people who see that as a business proposition. I would think that would be a great idea to try and commercialize or try and set up a process or a company or an institution by which this can go to a lot of these startup engineering colleges that are struggling for faculty.